Normally, for a final segment, I normally would have an interview or a special report. But all that changed this morning when I received some very sad news, and this affects all of us who watch NBC4 Washington Monday through Friday at 6 and 11 from 1969 up until the present day. And it's still hitting me right here. The Dean of Washington, D.C. anchors, the legendary Jim Vance, passed away this morning. He was 75 years old. A statement from the president and the general manager at NBC4, Jackie Bradford, was released saying, "We are heartbroken to announce that Jim Vance died this morning. For more than 45 years, Jim Vance was not only the soul of NBC4, but of the entire Washington area. His smooth voice, brilliant mind, and unforgettable laugh leave each of us with a tremendous void. Vance always celebrated the good and acknowledges the parts of life that didn't go so well. That made him a great man. To everyone in the Washington area who is heartbroken today, please know we grieve right along with you. Jim loved his job, his family, and Washington with all his heart. And we will all cherish the legacy he left us forever." I could tell you some personal stories from Jim Vance, especially one where growing up in the DMV for 30 plus years, he has been a major influence on my life. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, I had a speech impairment growing up for many years. And the way that my speech pathologist at the time told me to get through it was watching the news. And every night I watched the wonderful Jim Vance. He was my inspiration. He was my idol. And in fact, there's an old saying, sometimes you don't want to meet your idols. I wanted to meet Jim Vance for the longest time. And last year, at a gala in Washington, D.C., I actually met Jim Vance, and I got to hear him live as he emceed the gala. And as he is on television, he is brilliant. He is funny. He knows how to roll with the punches. He knows how to give a quick quip. He knows how to keep the crowd going. And I actually got a great picture with him. In fact, if you ever look up on my Facebook, and I'll post this picture on my Facebook and the TRR website, he really touched me deep inside, especially when I wanted to become a news broadcaster. And if there was one person I wanted to look up to and wanted to be, it was Jim Vance. He is the man. He is the heart and soul of DC, and especially watching him every night. He was like a family member to us, to me, to all of us, to the Washingtonians since 1969. And in 1989, the dream team happened. It was every night, 6 and 11, with Jim, Doreen Gensler, Bob Ryan, the weatherman, and the late, great George Michael with the sports who lost in 2009. I know Washington, D.C. is sad, is grieving, and so am I. So I want to dedicate this broadcast to the one and only Jim Vance. Jim, you are the man. You are Washington, D.C. You are Washington, D.C.